third race in the Reebok Cup Series Season 6 comes to the Stafford Motor Speedway, where 23 drivers battle out for a spot to be locked into the chase. Tony Stewart starts on the pole today. He's had good finishes at Bristol and Phoenix and looks to keep that going here today. Starting third is the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. He wasn't too happy with the way Kevin Harvick raced him last week at Phoenix. He's starting pretty far apart from him today. He's going to try to have a nice, quiet race here today at Stafford. Starting fifth is the 55 of Brian Vickers. He's had pretty poor finishes the first two races, but starts inside the top 5 today and looks to make something out of it here at Stafford. On row 1 we have the 14 car of Tony Stewart and the 18 car of Kyle Busch. Starting in row 2 today, we have the 11 car of Denny Hamlin and the 16 car of Greg Biffle. In row 3 today, we have the 55 of Brian Vickers and the 17 car of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In row 4 is the 1 car of Jamie McMurray and the 88 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Starting today in row 5, we have the 24 car of Jeff Gordon and the 2 car of Brad Keselowski. In row 6 is the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson and the 20 car of Matt Kenseth. In row 7 is the 9 car of Marcus Ambrose and the 41 of Kurt Busch. Rolling off the field today, in row 8, we have the 42 of Kyle Larson and the 4 car of Kevin Harvick. In row 9, we have the 99 of Carl Edwards and the 10 car of Danica Patrick. Starting in row 10 today, we have the 5 car of Casey Kane and the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. In row 11, we have the 22 of Joey Logano and the 15 car of Clint Bowyer. And rounding out the field today is the 43 car of Eric Almirola. The field is coming off a turn 4. We're green flag racing here in Stafford. Tony Stewart leads them down into turn 1, down through turn 2 as Kyle Busch holds off Hamlin on the outside, but now Hamlin's going to pass him on the inside, and now Hamlin's going to go for the lead. He's going to get it here on lap 2 with Kyle Busch closing on Tony Stewart for second. On board now with Denny Hamlin. As now Kyle Busch is in third and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in fourth. Stenhouse Jr. looking for third as Tony Stewart goes to the lead. We've got a crash. Huge crash down the front straightaway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. involved. His teammate Casey Kane. Marcus Ambrose went for a ride there. Kurt Busch involved. Danica Patrick, Clint Bowyer are also involved, as well as the 78 of Truex and the 43 of Almirola. Both RPM cars involved. Edwards down pit road. And it looks like the 42 just gets into the 88, and Ambrose nowhere to go, and everyone else just kind of piles in there. And we're going to go back underway here on lap 4. Tony Stewart leads him down to turn 1, and Kyle Busch is looking for second on Denny Hamlin. Hamlin pulls to the outside, and he's going to take the lead away from Tony Stewart. Now coming on to lap 5, Denny Hamlin still leads. Tony Stewart right behind. Now a battle for fourth between Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch nearly halfway through this race. And now Denny Hamlin leads as we hit the halfway mark on to lap 6. So we've got a spin in turn 3. It's Brad Keselowski. He will be able to continue after this wreck. Looks like he just gets touched by the 4 going through turn 3. Luckily, he doesn't hit anything, and he will continue. We're going to go back underway on lap 7. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in third. He's going to look for second. He's going to take second away as Hamlin gets loose, and now Stenhouse is going to go to the lead. On board now with Tony Stewart. 3 laps to go in this race. Jeff Gordon was in the third. Now he's looking for second. He's going to take second away from Tony Stewart and looks to run down Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He only has 2 laps to do it. He goes into turn 1, and oh, he slides up. He hits the wall hard. He's going to hold on to second. That was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. pulls away. White flag in the air. So Jeff Gordon is not going to have enough to catch him. Denny Hamlin running in fourth now after losing it there. But Ricky Stenhouse Jr. coming off of turn 4 is going to win here at Stafford. Jeff Gordon comes home second as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. locks himself into the chase with this victory here today. Celebrating his win in the CarQuest Auto Parts 500. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. brings home the victory. Jeff Gordon finishes second. Tony Stewart finishes third. Hamlin finishes fourth with his teammates Kenseth and Kyle Busch behind him. And Jamie McMurray rounds out the top 7 here today at Stafford. Finishing in 8th today is the 22 of Joey Logano. Greg Biffle right behind it. Brian Vickers, after having a bad start to the season, comes home with a top 10 today. Jimmy Johnson in 11th. Carl Edwards has a decent race finishing in 12th. Kevin Harvick was the points leader coming in. Now he's in 13th. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 16th after getting caught up in that crash. Also Kyle Larson 17th. Casey Kane is 18th. Kurt Busch finishes 20th. Martin Truex 21st. Clint Bowyer finishes last. And Danica Patrick is in 22nd. Now the standings with 2 races to go until the chase. Jeff Gordon is the points leader. There will be 5 winners. There will be winners making it into the chase, and the top, however many we need in points, will also make the chase. To have a field of 8. Jeff Gordon is the points leader right now. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Greg Biffle, 2 Roush teammates, have both locked themselves into the chase. Brad Keselowski is right there in 10th. Kyle Busch 11th in points. He started off pretty badly, but is now making his way up there, as well as Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 12th. And towards the back of the field, these guys will pretty much need a win to make it into the chase. Big names such as Carl Edwards, Clint Boyer, and Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch just having bad luck this season, getting caught up in multiple crashes. Brian Vickers jumps up the spot to 22nd. He'll look to keep it strong here at Watkins Glen.